We had been married for 9 years. 9 years of patterns, joy, disagreements, and rebuilding what broke along the way. I truly believed our foundation was steady, not flawless but steady enough to last. Her name was Marissa. Stunning, magnetic, the kind of woman whose presence filled a room without effort. Every time she walked through our door, I used to feel lucky all over again. But something shifted. Quietly at first. The texts during the day grew fewer. Her smile started to look delayed, almost rehearsed. Then came the late work nights when she wouldn't pick up my calls. Her perfume changed. Her hugs felt hollow. She began sleeping in tank tops and shorts, something she once said made her chilly. And any time I asked if something was wrong, she brushed it off with, "You're overthinking. I'm just tired." Then one Thursday evening, without warning, she said, "I think we need a break." I stared at her, confused. A break? Seriously? We're not 20. She wouldn't look directly at me. "I just need space. Time to figure myself out." That sentence hit me hard. I asked the question I already feared the answer to, "Is there somebody else?" She paused. That silence told me everything. But I didn't raise my voice. Didn't slam a single door. I simply said, "Okay." And that seemed to shock her. Almost as if she expected me to beg or fight so she could play the victim. I didn't give her the chance. The next day, she packed a bag and claimed she'd be staying at her friend Leah's place. That same night, I called Leah to thank her, just to verify. Leah sounded half asleep. "What are you talking about? She's not here." That was the second dagger. I didn't confront Marissa. Not yet. Instead, I waited, observed, prepared. I hired a private investigator, the best $1,800 I've ever spent. Within 3 days I had photos. Marissa in a cafe, smiling across the table at a guy named Brad. Later that night, the two of them checking into a boutique hotel. The following morning, she walked out wearing his hoodie. Her so-called break was nothing but a smooth transition into another man's arms while keeping me as her backup plan. But again, I didn't explode. I didn't beg. I quietly began moving pieces behind the scenes, separating finances, removing myself from joint bills, rerouting my mail, updating passwords, printing records. Silently preparing like someone folding a parachute. A week later she called. "Hey," she said casually. "I've been thinking. I miss you. Maybe we should talk. Maybe we just needed some space." She was fishing to see if I was still her safe option. "Come by tomorrow," I told her. "We can talk." When she showed up, her eyes softened, that gentle, watery look she always had when she expected comfort. She sat on our couch and sighed. "I realized something," she said. "Breaks don't solve anything. We should have just worked through it." "I'm sorry." I nodded and handed her a manila folder. "What's this?" she asked. "Everything you've been doing," I said. "Hotel bills, the photos, a full timeline. I figured if we're going to have an honest conversation, you should see what I already know." Her face went pale. "You hired someone?" "No," I said calmly. "I loved you enough to give you the benefit of the doubt. But I respected myself enough to confirm the truth." She swallowed hard. "I didn't sleep with him. It wasn't serious. I just needed—" "You needed a break," I said. "And I gave you one. A permanent one." Her breath hitched. "What do you mean?" "I've already moved out. The lease is now in your name. The joint accounts are closed. My attorney will contact you on Monday. You're free to be with Brad full-time." Her voice cracked. "Andrew, please. I made a mistake." I stood, walked to the door and opened it. "You thought I'd always be here. You thought I was your backup plan. But you forgot something. Even safety nets get cut loose." She stayed frozen on the couch in the home we once shared, speechless, stunned, falling apart. And I walked away. No screaming, no drama. Just quiet certainty. That was 3 years ago. Since then, I've started my own business, traveled, made new friends, built a life I'm proud of. I learned that walking away isn't weakness, it's strength. The kind rooted in self-respect. From what I later heard, Brad disappeared on her after about 3 months. She sent me one long email afterward, subject line, "I miss you." I never responded. Some breaks are temporary. Others are endings pretending to be pauses. And the best decision I ever made was letting her think it was her choice.